Previously on Lost.
Point is, he's kind of gone off to the barracks. You know, Kate and all of them have gone their own separate way. But now Hurley has found Jack and said that Jacob needs to show him something. So Jack is following Hurley. He's done with the bullshit. He destroys the sundial. He destroys the glass. Hurley's like, "Stop, Jack! Jack! No!" You know, Jacob wanted Hurley to bring him here to show him this. Then Hurley thinks he failed, but then Jacob basically says to him, you know, no, he knew that was going to happen. That's exactly what he needed. Dun dun! It's hit the go great, Charlie boy. Hello everybody, welcome back to episode 38 of the LOSTCraft playthrough series, and today we are playing as Hurley. We're leaving the lighthouse, which as you remember, we were at last episode. But we're with Jack here. It's Hurley and Jack, and they are heading off to go look for the survivors, you know? That's where they're going. They're going to go meet back up with the group after this little detour, this whole thing. I forget exactly at this point in the show what's going on, to be honest with you, but I know that they head off, and then they end up meeting with Richard. They run into Richard, who's on his way to the Black Rock, because he says that he needs to kill himself. He wants to use the dynamite to kill himself. So yeah, he's a suicidal little bastard right now. He's depressed, but that's where he is. So we're heading off that way. We're following him, but at the same time we're trying to convince him, don't do it, buddy. Don't kill yourself. You have so much to live for, even though you've been alive for like 200 years. But no, Richard like kind of realizes that his life meant nothing in this whole thing with Jacob. Now Jacob's dead. You know, he feels like his life had no purpose, being alive all this time. So he wants to kill himself. So we're running off this way to stop him. So the Black Rock actually isn't too far from where we are now. So, because I know it's along the beach. It's in one of these jungle openings, somewhere around here. The one thing I will say about this map that I did do pretty poorly, and I'm gonna admit to that, is I have a lot of the locations way too close to the beach. Like when I created this, because you'll notice it. You'll see it a lot of times. You can go back to older episodes. Like a lot of the locations are just really close to the beach or way too close inland when they should be much further in near the jungle. Some of the locations aren't like that, but quite a few of them, and too many of them, in my opinion, are. I think for the most part, I did a good job, but that's really the one complaint I had with it. But I hope I didn't go too far. I don't think I did. It's gotta be around here somewhere. It's weird. I don't remember making this side of the island forest. Oh, maybe I did, you know, because I remember making the area near the Black Rock forest. So we must be close. So it's weird, like when I just like all of a sudden I'll remember things, even though I made this series or I made this map 2013. I worked on it from January through April 2013, and I'll just remember things like as if I just made it yesterday. It's just super weird how that works. Maybe I didn't make the area near the Black Rock all forest like I thought I did. Huh, never mind. Because I would have seen it back there. I don't think I passed it, because I would have seen it, because I remember it's really close to the beach. So I went a tiny bit too far, but here we are now. It's actually not as close to the beach as I thought. I mean, it's still extremely close to the beach, but I literally thought that it was like in an opening where you could just see it directly, but I was wrong. So it's tucked away back here. I saw it when I was climbing trees looking for it. Did I lose it? No, there it is. Okay. I guess it's not in a terrible spot compared to some other locations. Like the cockpit, that's the one I feel like is the worst. But anyway, here we are. Richard wants to blow himself up. He wants to kill himself. So he tries to use dynamite. So let's go back there. Dynamite is in here somewhere. He goes in the brig. So yeah, and he tries to use this dynamite, the TNT, otherwise known as, this dynamite to kill himself. But it doesn't work, because he can't die. You know, that's one of Jacob's rules. That's how he made him. He literally can't die. So he runs off, because he's just in the middle of a dilemma. And then Hurley ends up finding him, because, you know, Richard's in this whole dilemma with everything that happened, starting with the death of his wife many years ago. And Hurley sees him up on this mountainside, and he decides to talk to him because he just talked to the spirit of his dead wife. So we come up here and we find Richard, who just dug up this little thing next to this bench, where we find his wife's necklace that he buried many years ago. So he's in this whole dilemma, just feeling like it all goes back to what happened with his wife, but his wife says he doesn't She doesn't blame him for anything after Hurley, you know, talks to her spirit. And he talks to Richard, calms him down. Richard's all good to go. You know, Richard gets over himself. And he makes peace with the whole thing that happened with his wife and himself. But now Hurley is visited by another ghost, the ghost of Michael. No, because all the other survivors are on their way to Hydra Island to destroy the plane. First, they're on their way here first to the Black Rock to get TNT or dynamite to blow it up. So you know it's convenient. We're already here. But we gotta light this bitch up. We're gonna light up the Black Rock, you know, to basically dispose of all the TNT so they can't get it, because we can't allow that to happen. So we are going to light up the Black Rock, because otherwise they're gonna come and take the dynamite and go destroy the plane. And if they destroy that plane on Hydra Island, Michael says everyone will die. So, because they got to get off that island, you know, they can't destroy the plane. So that whole motive, I think it was Ben. I forget who it was. I think it's Ben and Rich. No, not Richard. It's Ben and I forget who else, but they have that motive, you know, to blow it up. So here we are. We'll lighten up the Black Rock. So there we go. We're lighting it up, and that's basically that. I love those graphics. Looks beautiful, right? Looks like I'm playing Doom on the Nintendo 64. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, go ahead and please like, comment, and subscribe. Really appreciate it. It really helps me out. Hope you all have an amazing day. And if you haven't yet, go check out some episodes for Lost Month over on Millzy Entertainment, my main channel. And there will be 2 more episodes on this channel for Lost Month of the LOSTCraft playthrough series as we wrap up Season 6 and completely wrap up the series. 5 years after I started it. Anyway, that's it. I'll talk to you guys next time.